Hello everyone, it is Wednesday, September 30th, 2020. Of course, today was New Comic Book Day, which means right now it is time for the new comic book video. Unfortunately, I couldn't get to the video hot picks for the books that were being released yesterday and today. Some shops are selling DC on Tuesdays, and I do apologize for that, but nevertheless, it was a really nice week for books, so let's jump right into it. First one up, The Immortal Hulk, #1, The Threshing Place, cover A. Got a little flower right there. Cover B. And a book I usually don't buy, but I did because this is a Moon Knight Black Panther fight. This is Avengers 36. And you know I love Moon Knight. I have mentioned that more than once on this channel, so this was a no-brainer for me here. I'm sure I'm going to have to pick up a couple of previous issues to get the entire story of the confrontation. We will jump right into DC. Of course, we talked about a few weeks ago the Wonder Woman 1984 cover where the artist did Wonder Woman, and not a very flattering depiction of her. And so that came out today. There it is. I definitely had to pick up one of these, and this was selling pretty good because, you know, books like this seem to get kind of a cult following where they kind of hold value, or they become kind of a hot commodity where people want one of these in their collection. A good example of that is that hideous Liefeld Captain America cover with the chest that's about 600 feet, long. If you've collected a long time, you know exactly the cover I'm talking about with Captain America. So there was, that might not have been Liefeld. I'm trying to think who it was. I got so many things going on right now. Next up, Wonder Woman 763, a little liar liar action. Batman Superman Annual #1, got some Batmite right there on the cover. I always try to grab an Annual #1 because there's a lot of times where they'll put something in the annual that'll be, included in future stories. So I saw the #1, had to grab that right there. Death Metal Multiverse's End #1, right here. This was a book that came out a couple of weeks ago, or maybe a week ago. This is Batman the Max. This is Arkham Dreams. And this, I bought this because of the cover. You can kind of see the cover right there with an artist in the background. And the Max is saying, is Sam done with issues 4 and 5 yet? And Batman's just basically, who knows? This is the year compendium. This is basically the books leading up to the next issue. I just thought it was real funny that the artist is making fun of himself based on the amount of time it's taking for these issues to come out. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to grab that. Wasn't wild about the $7.99 price point, but you are getting multiple copies, multiple books in that issue to get you kind of caught up, since it has taken so long for the books to come out. Next up, one of the real hot book here. This is Batman 3 Jokers #2, cover A. And like the last one they gave with #1, they gave you a card. This time it's Joker and Batgirl. And then let me put this card back. That's all right. And then the other cover I picked up of that book right here. Kind of like that cover right there. There are a bunch of different covers on this. These are the two I liked, so these are the two that I bought. And of course the playing card is different. It would be kind of nice if maybe they came out, I like the idea of the playing card. Giving you one of those for free when you buy the book, but it could have been nice if they did different playing cards, one for each cover that you get, so it would kind of make people want to buy multiple copies. So the next book up, we have Batman the Joker Warzone. I'm looking forward to this one right here. There's cover A, really nice cover on that. And then cover B, got Clown Killer right there on the cover. I am enjoying his character. I haven't read any of these yet, but I don't know if this is going to be a long-term character. They might kill him off in the storyline, so we will have to wait and see. That was it there. Next up, we have Independence. First one up is from IDW. This is TMT Best of Raphael. This was a $6 book, but it's real thick, and this was selling pretty good as well. So there was a nice look. That's a nice cover, too. I like that cover right there. This is a book that came out last week, or 2 weeks ago. This is, let me open this up real quick. I don't do a lot of variants, but I did like this variant. This is the Unkindness of Ravens #1. This is the 1 in 10 variant right there, so I was able to pick that up today. Kind of a cool cover right there. Nothing spectacular, but really cool. And it was a good story. So I want to see, you know, how the rest of the stories go. We talked about this before. Again, I'm just real tired. I got a new job, so I'm in the process of getting all that paperwork done in a casino. So that takes a long time, so I'm real tired, so I apologize for that. Next up, issue 20, Ice Cream Man. Third printing, another Dr. Seuss cover. There's that one there. I love these Dr. Seuss covers. Remember the first cover that they came out with, the first print, had a lot of damage on it. Second and third have been really nice, but I think the first one obviously was the best one. 2 was okay, but this is a really nice one here. He's got the axe right there. Sam I Am, so we'll see what happens with that. Got him in the little Ice Cream Man outfit. There was that. Another hot book, Spawn 310. This is one cover here. And this was selling really well also. And then Ninja Spawn by McFarlane. This was a copy that was selling really good. And then Gunslinger Spawn cover. The problem with this one was most of these books that came in town were damaged on the spine. It's a black cover. They had significant damage, not just a little tick. I'm talking significant damage up and down the spine. And as you know, with books that have a black background, black cover, the slightest little tick pops out. They were all damaged, but that's just Diamond doing a crappy ass job of shipping books, because quite frankly, if you look at the books that they're doing, or you have problems like that at your comic book shops that you go to, I think Diamond's just pretty much packed it in. They really don't care anymore. They're just going to send the books out with basically saying, you know, take them or leave them. We don't really care. They're packing it in. So, I mean, Lunar is doing a really good job packing their books, so Diamond needs to step their game up, but we've been saying that for a long time. It's a nice cover, but like I said, hard to find in good condition because of the damage. I was lucky to find some, so thank you for that right there. I'm excited to have that. Of course, the one they did, the B cover with the Gunslinger on it, is absolutely smoking hot right now. And then next up, which was probably the pick of the week, is the Department of Truth. This is from Image, number 1, cover A. Got John F. Kennedy right there. Cover B, which is an absolutely fantastic cover, which was selling really, really well. It's a great looking cover. And then they had a secret variant cover. Some companies have been doing that. And this is the cover here. And it is basically the same thing, except you have Kennedy on one and Lee Harvey Oswald on the other. Now, this one, you couldn't find the Lee Harvey Oswalds in general population, because shops already pulled them because they were selling, you know, upwards of $20 online. So I was able to get one at a really, really good price. I wanted that. I've always liked John F. Kennedy. I've always been fascinated by the assassination. Always felt that there was more than one shooter. You know, I think the video and everything else kind of proves that fact. So I was always fascinated by that. So that was a no-brainer. I just kind of liked that. You got a Kennedy, you got an Oswald, and I'll see how the story is. I heard the story is actually pretty good. So there was that. Nothing real big with that. It is September 30th. We're in the next to the last day, or in the last day of September. And a Halloween season starts tomorrow. And starting next week, I'm going to start showing some Halloween books and things that are Halloween based. But before we get to a couple things I'm going to show, I did pick up one older book. This is Tales of Suspense, number 71. This is from 1965. Jack Kirby cover. Nothing really high grade. I graded this as a lower grade book. But again, you get them at a good price. We've talked about this. There's always going to be a market for it because not everybody can afford high grade. And they're just getting harder and harder to find with all the graders out there, all the speculators, you know, that are snatching up everything and then sending it in for grading, you know, based off of that. So there was that. I had talked about what I was going to do some things for Halloween, and I got a question from a viewer. He was like, you know, what kind of things can you find? We talked about it last week. There was the Rob Zombie special edition. Target had come out with a steelbook that sold out super fast, but Best Buy had one, and this is the one I talked about with Best Buy. This was the $10 version right here. You get the 3 movies. You get the House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects, and 3 from Hell. Just kind of a cool cover right there. Little cut in pieces from the different people there. Again, three movies right there. Really, really cool. And for $10, it's kind of a no-brainer on a Blu-ray, and you get digital copies in there as well. But when Halloween comes out, you start getting stuff like this. This was a special edition Nightmare on Elm Street here, steelbook. Really cool steelbook. I have multiple copies of this movie, but all different types of releases. They've come out with a couple of different steelbooks over the years, and this is another example of it right here. It's kind of a cool steelbook with the claws. We talked about that. The person wanted to see it, so there you go with that. And then another movie for Halloween that came out. This is just a foreign film, but it's a really good foreign film if you like zombie movies. It's kind of a campy, dark, like a black comedy almost, kind of like a Shaun of the Dead, if you've seen Shaun of the Dead from England. This is One Cut of the Dead. There's that right there. This is their steelbook for it. On the back, the premise of this movie is a bunch of some filmmakers go out to make a low-budget zombie movie, and they get caught up in a zombie apocalypse, and the director here just keeps filming. He films with the real zombies and just sees where the camera goes. So there was that. Again, if you want to see a funny movie, that's right there. Like I said, it's kind of a Shaun of the Dead-ish, One Cut of the Dead, really good. And then I ordered a couple other steelbooks that are coming in this week. I'll show those next week. There's a special edition Halloween steelbook that came out for the original Halloween 1978, and then a Evil Dead steelbook that came out as well for that. So again, I didn't show a whole lot of other books right there. Like I said, new casinos opening up here in town. I got hired as a security man, a supervisor, so I'm excited about that, and you know, other things going on. But again, I kind of rambled on this video. I hope you like the books that I showed. Again, starting next, I'll probably start Sunday since it is Halloween. Every video hot pick I'm going to do, you know, moving forward, and every new comic book video I'm going to do, I'm going to show Halloween type items, whether it's toys, movies, comic books that kind of fall in the season, because like a lot of you, I absolutely love Halloween, and it just kind of goes with the season. So there was that. Again, I appreciate all the support. I appreciate all the positive comments. If you're a viewer to the channel, thank you so very much. If you're not a viewer to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell on the bottom so you know when I get a new video up there. And again, you know, happy hunting. I hope you know, we're picking up some good books. I hope you got some good books today. I hope you're able to find those spawns if you were looking for them that weren't damaged. But that's pretty much all we have today. So I hope you liked the video. But as always, if you didn't, nothing I can do for you. Have a great, great day, and I'll see you in a few days.